Hey everyone, welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Ben Pierce.
We're here for episode 44.
Entitled
Toys. I Am Groot.
The Wonder Drug.
Also known as the Wonder Drug. Now, we just saw Guardians of the Galaxy. We're both really excited about it. Specifically, all the toys that are going to come out based upon Baby Groot.
Baby Groot is the movie.
Pretty much. He's basically the
they might as well make an I Am Groot movie.
They
and it would sell out.
I'm sure they'll make a Groot something of everything, but you know how this goes. Make one little thing, and next thing you know, the whole world is covered in Groots. So
there could be worse things.
Could be covered in poop. That would be worse. But
bunch of sassy ass rockets. No one wants that. Big old dumpster pandas walking around.
Yep, definitely. So, but as we always do, we want to start off by thanking our sponsors. Starting off with Galerie F,
Rotofuki,
and Strange Cat Toys, where if you use the code UVD at checkout, you'll receive 10% off your order. As you can tell, still working on moving. So
I thought you were going to say still working on our beards.
Nope, still working on our beards. Still there, still working on moving. So we just want to apologize for the quality of this video. It's not as bad as I thought it would be using this, but still not as good as our other setup. But we'll get there once one of us get to a place that has something that we can use as a studio. But anyway, let's roll into the news, starting off with Candie Bolton and her Oh My Yokai.
You should have practiced this before.
Yeah, every time we do these things that are in Japanese, I'm horrible at it. Basically what this is a mini series of figures based on her original designs. This is called the Glow Gang Edition. It releases this Friday, May 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for $50 for the set.
That's a steal.
And they're like 2-inch gotcha figures. So they, like the little tiny guys that, go on your shelf or whatever. These look really, really clean. The glow in the dark looks really, really good. They'll be available at shop.toyartgallery.com. And for all you Bake Kaijira fans, there's a little mini version.
Wee little bitty guy.
Of Bake Kaijira in this set. So if you're a fan of Candie Bolton, now's the time to get in. Glow in the dark. Can't go wrong.
All right. First piece for me is Matt Gondek and Silent Stage Gallery are coming out with the Deconstructed Homer, which if you're a Simpsons fan, you may remember him from the peyote episode where there's a wily coyote leading him on a spiritual journey. And so it's Homer's face all peyote
deconstructed.
Peyote trippy, acidity out. And so it's the Pittsburgh edition, which is black and yellow for those of you that live near the Pittsburgh Steelers. It is 6 inches by 5 inches by 5 inches, and we were told is 1 pound, so it's not like solid resin. Edition of $170. And for those of you who live in Los Angeles, there are 25 spaces reserved for a meet and greet where you can actually go and pick up your figure on June 2nd.
Yeah.
And also, with that, for those that do not want a toy, but do love prints, there is a 11 by 14 inch regular edition, which is edition of $170. And then there's also a hand embellished edition, which is an edition of 10 for $150.
Very cool. The piece, I dig it. At first I was like, why are they just doing a Simpsons thing? The more and more I look at it, I do like the idea of like the way his head's kind of like facing up, kind of looking at the sky or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think it's a pretty cool looking piece. I'm not the biggest Simpsons guy myself, but
are you a Simpsons guy where he's on peyote?
Back then, like when that episode came out,
yeah.
Simpsons were still firing strong, in my opinion. I think in the recent years, it's too
too political.
No, it's too like we're turning into Simpsons wrap up. It's too like it's almost like they're trying to compete with South Park in a way, and they're trying to create their episodes really, really quickly. It seems, and the quality just isn't as there as much as in my opinion. Yeah. But somebody's gonna shit all over me when they listen to this episode.
Well, at least we get views out of it.
Yeah.
So we might as well say that the episodes have become dated. since it's very topical this week or this month
Yep.
issues.
Yep. Same problem our show has. People only want to watch it the week it comes out. Anyway, back to designer toy and art news. We have news coming that the Art Pin Collective is back with
Back
a new
again.
with a new release from
Pin Collection's back.
Cozy and Dan
Tell a friend.
and Nathan Gervaises.
Yes, they're back. Yes, they're back. Yes, they're back.
So the bunny fish pin, which is the Cozy and Dan design, is a 1.25 inch hard enamel pin, and it comes in two colorways. One is like a mint green and one is like a light blue. They're limited to 160 pieces, aka 80 pieces of each colorway, and they're going to be available right now from motofugi.com. They also have the Junction piece designed by Nathan Gervaises, and it's a 1.25 inch hard enamel pin. Comes in two colors and is limited to 210 pieces. So if you're a fan of either of these artists, those are great pins to add to your collection. I think it's really cool that they offered both colorways right out the bat on both pins. So if you're, you don't have to wait around, you can grab them all at the same time and, combine the shipping. So that's always important when you're talking about small items like pins.
Yeah. Shipping's where it gets you. So next up for me is the Obscure White Limited Edition by Marcos Lorenzo. There are 25 pieces available. They are 6.7 inches tall, which seems odd, but the way they were measured is 170 millimeters because they're from England. And they were presented at ToyCon UK. And so those of you who were at ToyCon UK were able to see it. And now there are 25, like I said, available. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's a female figure that's cloaked in white clothing with metallic-looking zippers, blue eyes, and red hair. And they are 100 euros. It blended in because I had to write out euros since I didn't remember the symbol. So that's that. They are at the Some Strange Things web store. While you're also there, there is the All Pain No Gain figures, which are 9.9 inches tall. 8 of those figures, it was an edition of 10, 2 were commissioned, and those are 400 euros.
Very cool. Next up, we have a news on an event taking place in Chicago, Illinois. Elloo.
Elloo. Umbrella. Elloo.
Friend of the show, Elloo, has a new show opening up this week at Galerie F and show sponsor. The show is called Fairy Tales and Monsters and will be have an opening reception from 6 to 10 p.m. It's sponsored by Laguntas Brewing. And so far, she's been revealing a lot of the pieces as she goes. And it really is just an awesome body of work. If you're a fan of hers or have been following her for a while, you can really see that in the past couple of years, she's really stepped it up. And, she's firing on all cylinders. So if you're looking to get a piece, probably should do it now before she blows up and can't afford it anymore. You know how this goes. But Elloo doing good stuff this Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. Grab yourself a beer, check out some cool art, and take some pictures or something. I don't know. Send them to us so we can post about it.
So something Star Wars related that happened last week that came out and came to light after we'd already taped this.
Was there a new trailer?
There was not, unfortunately.
I thought we were turning into trailer break.
No, we're not. But Tracy Tubera had released the second edition of his Jordan Sith figure. This is the Sith edition, the infrareds, and it is the metallic candy apple red edition, which is $200, still available, and an edition of 100. And he made sure to point out to everyone this is indeed a pre-order, so it may take a couple of months from when you click the buy button to when you receive it.
I thought this one was cool because you don't always see Darth Vader in different colors. So it's pretty cool to see it cast in like a candy apple colorway there. Just something different to look at. Usually Darth Vader is black and that's it.
Like Johnny Cash.
So Man in Black or the Sith in Black. There we go. Maybe that should be the episode title.
Might as well just
Sith in Black.
Rewind it and have our moves like just have our mouths open and say Sith in Black.
But yeah, it's a really cool piece. Go ahead and grab one of those before they are gone. The first one did really, really well, so I'm assuming that this one won't last terribly long either. So next up, Mike Fudge is excited to announce that he has a new print release because he did pieces for the latest stop on the Blink-182 tour, the May 9th New Orleans date. He is releasing his artist edition of the print, which is a normal 5-color screen print with 50 pieces. That will set you back just $40. And there is also a special foil edition, which is limited to just 20 pieces and will be $55. You can get that over on Mike Fudge's store, mikefudgeart.com.
For those of you in New York City, you need to make sure to head to PIQ, which is PIQ, which I had to look up as that's the way you pronounce it, the gallery, on May 12th, where Pop Prolific will have a limited edition figure available that are 5.5 inches tall and clear blue resin. And if you're looking for like a comparison of what they look like, it's like Skeletor and Doctor Doom looking figures.
Very cool. Next up, we talked about this last week, but now we're excited to tell you that pieces are now available online. So last Friday over at Mothership Gallery in Philadelphia, Jay Fury and Playful Gorilla opened up a new show featuring new original works of art, including toys, paintings, spray cans, different things, illustrations, all kinds of stuff, all new. And guess what? Some of it is left. So
only a little bit.
If you're a fan of their artwork, you're going to want to head over to mothershipgallery.com and grab some of those pieces before they are sold to someone else, because there's some really good stuff that actually is still available. So if you're a fan, head over, check it out, grab them, spend your money, do what you need to do. Support artists.
And the galleries. Last piece out of me is Craola showed off his No Strings Attached show flyer that will be at KPP Gallery in Los Angeles. And that is opening May 20th, which is a couple weeks away. And it, from what he said in the blurb, it says that it draws inspiration from Carlo Collodi's Pinocchio, where he kills his cricket, Jiminy Cricket, and frees himself of his conscience. And Craola uses this opportunity to analyze the strings that hold him to his conscience.
Gonna be cool. Next up, Tenacious Toys.
TT.
5 Points Fest. Dead Hand Toys. Resin is King Series 4. So if you guys have been following this, Resin is King has been going on for a number of years now. And Benny always does a really good job of pulling this together, where he selects a group of artists to create blind box size, so like 3-4 inch size resin figures to be included in a series. This time around, the series features over 11 artists, includes 100 pieces, and is dropping at booth 229 at 5 Points Fest, which
too many twos.
Is the too many twos is the Tenacious Toys booth, and looks like they are going to be $30 a piece and include golden tickets. We wrote down some of the artists, which includes One-Eyed Girl, Yumi Toys, Forces of Darkness, Kyle Kerwin, Lisa Fur, Dollar Slice Bootlegs, Abe Lincoln Jr., and more. So we only did a sampling there. But if you want to check those out, head over to booth 229 and grab them before they're gone. I'm sure afterwards any extras will be available at tenacioustoys.com. I've seen a couple of pieces from it. One-Eyed Girls looks really cool. Kyle Kerwin's looks really cool. It's a miniature version of his Bloom figure that released last year at DesignerCon at New York Comic Con. So if you're a fan of their work, I'm sure if you follow Tenacious Toys on Instagram, you'll get more previews as we get closer to 5 Points, which is crazy. It's only like a week and a half away. So, we kind of been talking about this for like a year, and guess what?
It's here.
It's here. So if you're going out to 5 Points Fest, make sure to enjoy yourself, because unfortunately we can't be there.
A little bit too far for us.
Yep, a little bit too far. But if you want to let us know if we win Best Blog
or Best Toy,
you can always text us or instant message us or something and let us know.
Instant message.
If you happen to go to DTAs, which will be taking place on Saturday, it's always a fun time. Grab a beer, talk to your favorite artist. It's just a fun time. So make sure you get your tickets to from Clutter and head over there. Make sure to have fun. Ben brought Show and Tell.
I did. So for those of you who actually pay attention to what we do loosely, we happen to be up in Chicago at a show.
Yeah.
That we'll talk about a little bit later. But while we were there, I bought this, where it's from Monkey King and Luke Chu, which it happens to be the Rotofugi exclusive Headspace figure.
So for those that do not know, the Headspace figure released, I believe the first release was at...
It was a couple of SDCCs ago.
Yeah, it was like the real exclusive, but the first like regular edition released at DesignerCon, right?
Yes.
So now, well, this one came out a while ago, but we finally got a hold of it at Rotofugi's store. And this one actually is cool because it includes not only the figure and an exclusive head made exclusively for Rotofugi.
Exclusive.
Which looks like their logo, which is the Abe Lincoln Jr. or Abraham Lincoln looking head with a patch on it. And for those that don't know, that's because Mr. Lincoln there is from Illinois. So they wanted to, I guess, use that. I don't know. But the figure itself,
$60.
$60. How tall is it? Like 5 inches?
Probably.
You can decapitate it. You can decapitate
Sleepy
the figure
hurler.
and put the other figure on it, or the other head on it. And I actually like the way that looks a lot.
Jealous a little bit?
No, but I mean, it just looks really cool because it's actually a figure, like a human head.
It's like he's
under
actually in a
suit.
costume or something like that.
Versus,
like he's a furry.
Yeah, versus like the bear being in the suit, which is like the other look. If you don't know, there have been other releases of this, one being the Boba Fett run, right?
Yes.
And then there was the Darth Vader one.
Yes.
Which was not Darth Vader. And then there's the original one, which includes a bear head and a devil head, right?
That was one of the releases.
That's the like production release.
The first production, yeah.
But we're told they're also going to include eventually heads. Like you can just buy the heads in blind boxes. So they're still trying to get that off the ground from what I understand. Hasn't happened yet. What do you think of the figure though, Ben?
I liked it. That's why I bought it.
Well,
but I mean, as far as the figure itself is, I liked it. Like, as cheap as it sounds like I am, I resisted buying it because I didn't want to pay shipping. So,
so you were conveniently there so you could buy it and not have to pay shipping. So you decided to double down on it and get yourself a Luke Chew piece for your collection.
Another one. I already have multiple Lukes.
Yeah, the paint on this is really, really good.
Yeah. On this one, it's kind of odd that there's like a red dot on the inside of this head. But
somebody got a little out of control with the paint there. Maybe it's so they knew which way it went. I don't know.
Regardless, you're not going to see the...
It's on the inside of the figure. Like, there's nothing to complain about there. But overall, I like this thing a lot. Kind of wish I would get one. Oh, shit.
Break my shit.
I haven't got around to it myself. Just it's bigger than I thought it was, too.
Yeah. I like that it was smaller than like some of
Luke's
other stuff.
A lot of Luke stuff's really big and takes up a lot of space. Not that I'm complaining, Luke. It's just we have a lot of stuff, so smaller stuff is good. And you can have this on your desk or something, and it doesn't like take over, an entire desk. And you can kind of have it by your computer or whatever when you're looking at it. So I dig it. I'm gonna give it 4.5 bears.
I'm gonna do 4 3/4.
4 3/4.
Back to the 4 3/4.
You just don't want to give it. You just don't want to give it a 5. Like you just can't do it.
We don't have the litmus for a 5. Like I don't know what a 5 really is.
I think a 5 should be if we were completely blown away, and I'm not completely blown away, but
that'd be Josh Mayhem.
I do like it a lot. So, but if you're a fan of it, make sure to head over to rotofugi.com and place your order for it. $60. Make sure to keep an eye out for the other releases, like the original release. Those are also available at many of your favorite designer toy stores across the country, or keep an eye out. I'm sure there are going to be some more news coming soon about the different heads.
Since SDCC is coming up.
Yep. And we'll make sure to share any information that we find out about. If you remember, there are a ton of these paintings, so this could go on for a long, long time.
Milking the cash cow.
I think it's just a cool little thing, and it's a way to make it a little more, I don't want to say interactive, but it's not just a figure that sits on your shelf. You could always change it up and put different things on it for different heads and whatnot. So, but that brings us to this Luna show.
Our pride and joy.
It took place this weekend, this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. Had an overwhelmingly awesome sales response, so we're very, very thankful and very, very happy with everybody that has supported the show so far. At the show, the bots were there, we were there. got to meet a lot of collectors that actually own Lunas. So that was really cool to finally get some, direct feedback from people that had them in hand and had them for a while, and hear what they thought about it and kind of what, what they like about her and what they don't. So,
and the green Luna that we gave away was to a first-time collector.
Yeah, so she had never had a Luna.
Or any sort of designer toy.
Yeah, well, now maybe we started her drug. So it was really cool, though, to meet people that, had never had a toy and were there. And then also the people that, have large collections that just happen to have a Luna in it, or just see some old friends that we hadn't seen in a while. That was really cool, too. So what this means for you guys listening right now is that you can actually still go check out the Luna show if you happen to be in Chicago and haven't made it out that way yet. It will be on display at Rotofugi until May 28th. And if you're interested in checking out some of the pieces that are left or seeing all the pieces that are on display, those are currently listed on the Rotofugi site. It's actually the gallery, so it's rotofugigallery.com. You can head over there and check out all the pieces that are still available along with the pieces that have sold. And if you want to grab one, we would really, really appreciate that as well. As far as pieces that are left, JRU. JPK. Awesome.
Dr. A.
One-Eye Girl. RX-7. I think that's it.
It was 6 out of the 18 were left, so...
Yeah, well, we just said like 6.
Oh, Otto Bjornik.
Oh, Otto Bjornik. There's the other one. And then if Map Maps ever arrives, because thanks to the wonderful post office, I don't know whose post office fault it was. It could have been the UK. He lives over there. It could have been the US post office. I'm not sure, but it is somewhere in the postal system. So if that one ever arrives, you will be able to check that one out there as well.
So while we named the artists who had not sold yet, we want to thank all of the artists for participating and being encouraging and being supportive and putting a lot of hard work into their customs that they submitted.
Yep. And helping support the show as well. All of you guys did a great job of sharing your pieces and, helping spread the love of Luna. For those that have been emailing and asking us about DIYs,
we are going to be nice, and
we do have a small number of them that will become available. We're probably not going to release those for a little bit, just a little bit. We have, Luna's had a lot of stuff going on this month, so we want to wait a little while to release those, but it will be very, very limited numbers. We're talking less than 10. So
like less than this many.
So if you're looking to get a white Luna, if you're a fan of a white Luna, or you're looking to customize a Luna, you can buy one of these when we release them, or
buy a blue one and strip it down.
We suggest buying a blue one and stripping it down if that's something you're interested in doing. There are not very many white Lunas. They were made specifically for the show, and we kind of had a preset number of artists that we were able to have involved because of size constraints. So we don't have a ton of them. So unfortunately we can't heed all of your guys' requests, but we will toss out there the remaining ones that we do have and basically sell them.
Let you guys fight over them.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost to the point where we're going to have to dig in our own collections to sell them. So, but we do want to get them out there for people because the response has been amazing. We never expected this kind of response to Luna. So it's pretty insane that people are just wanting to make her into something else and customize her. So we're really excited to see when we release them and what people create. If you do happen to be one of the lucky people that do buy them, either the customs that have already existed, customs that you're getting, or blanks that you turn into customs, please, please, please share those with us by tagging us on Instagram at Urban Vinyl Daily. We would love to see what you do with them. So, and where you show your Luna off in your collection, in your office, wherever. We just want to see, because we never get tired of seeing Luna being a part of people's collections. So,
and beginning the story that the bots have set in motion with Luna.
Yeah. So Luna, we're really, really happy right now. I don't know how else to say it. Luna's just rolling around and it's being awesome. So,
like Baby Groot.
Keep an eye out though. Hopefully something will be going on later this month with Luna again. So just keep an eye on the old Instagram there, and we'll let you know what else is going on. So that kind of rounds out the show, though. It's kind of it. We're excited. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
Have a great designer toy day. Thanks for checking out our video right here on youtube.com/urbanvinyldaily. While you're here, make sure to give us a subscribe and a like. And if you're so gracious, you can share this video on your favorite social network. You can always give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter @urbanvinyldaily, or find us on Facebook by going to facebook.com/urbanvinyldaily, and you'll be able to keep up with our latest posts and information going on in the world of UVD. If you want to help us out in more of a monetary way, you can always head over to our store, urbanvinyldaily.storeenvy.com, and check out all the awesome things we have available from great artists from all over the world. Or you can head over to our PayPal and just straight up donate to us to help us keep the lights on and keep things going by going to paypal.com and sending money over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com. And that will help us out in more ways than you know. If you want to keep up with everything going on in the world of UVD, make sure to head over to urbanvinyldaily.com. Or if you're interested in sponsorship information, a comment, or a question, make sure to head over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com and send us a message. And if it's good enough, we'll answer it right here on the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up. As always, this has been an Urban Vinyl Daily production.